From 3 meters away, no one can see the label inside your jacket. They only see the fit, the color, and how well your clothes sit on your body. After 45, that matters far more than a luxury logo. Yet many men still make the same mistake. They either wear cheap clothes that lose their shape or spend thousands just to look expensive. There is a better way. In this video, I'll show you how to achieve the refined, understated look of brands like Loro Piana and Kiton, with smarter choices and far less. Part 1. Building the right wardrobe. 1. Outerwear. Stop letting the jacket wear you. Let's start with the piece people notice first, your jacket. A common mistake men make after 45 is choosing outerwear that is simply too loud. A shiny performance jacket with too much volume. A leather jacket covered in large zippers and heavy metal hardware. These pieces may be expensive, but expensive is not the same as refined. At this age, the jacket should frame the man. It should not compete with him. This is where a classic suede jacket or an unstructured blazer becomes far more useful. The reason is simple. Suede has texture without shine. An unstructured jacket gives shape to the shoulders without making you look stiff. Both create a cleaner silhouette, especially when your body no longer looks exactly the way it did at 30. And you do not have to start with Hermes or Loro Piana. Look at brands such as Valstar or Luca Faloni. Valstar is especially known for the kind of understated suede outerwear that works with almost everything. Trousers, chinos, knitwear, even a clean pair of dark jeans. Luca Faloni takes a similarly restrained approach, focusing on simple shapes and materials rather than obvious branding. That distinction matters. The luxury version sells you exclusivity. The smarter version gives you the silhouette, the texture, and most of the visual effect without forcing the logo to do the work. And for a man over 45, that is usually the better trade. 2. Knitwear and polos. Your t-shirt may be making you look cheaper. Next, look at what you wear underneath the jacket. A thin cotton t-shirt that loses its collar after a few washes can destroy an otherwise good outfit. The same is true of a polo shirt with a large embroidered logo sitting on the chest. The problem is not that polos or t-shirts are casual. The problem is that cheap fabric shows itself very quickly. Instead, move toward fine-gauge knitwear. A knitted polo has structure, but it still feels relaxed. A lightweight cashmere blend or a refined crewneck adds depth without adding. And that is important after 45, because the goal is not to squeeze the body into a younger silhouette. The goal is to give the body a cleaner one. Brands like Smedley and Fedeli make sense here, because the focus is on the knit itself. No giant chest logo, no unnecessary graphics, no need to explain what you are wearing. And notice what happens visually. A fine navy polo under a soft jacket looks richer than a bright designer t-shirt covered in branding, even if the t-shirt costs more. That is the quiet luxury principle in one sentence. The eye should notice the quality before it notices the brand. If your clothing needs a logo to prove its value, the clothing is doing less work than the marketing. 3. Trousers, the fit that ages with you. Now we get to the item that quietly ruins more outfits than most men realize: trousers. Skinny jeans can look unforgiving after 45. They exaggerate the thighs, pull around the waist, and make the upper body look heavier by comparison. On the other extreme, overly formal trousers made from shiny, rigid fabric can make an everyday outfit feel dated. The solution is not complicated. Choose a straight or gently tapered trouser with enough room through the thigh and a clean line toward the shoe. The fabric, a substantial cotton, a wool blend, or a fabric with a natural drape, will fall more cleanly than thin stretch material. That clean vertical line makes the legs look straighter and gives the entire body more balance. And this is where many men misunderstand fit. They think slimmer means sharper. It doesn't. Sharper means cleaner. A trouser can have room and still look tailored. In fact, for a man whose waist, hips, or thighs have changed with age, a little more room often looks far more expensive than squeezing into a slim fit. Put these 3 pieces together and the pattern becomes obvious. A quieter jacket, a better knit, a cleaner trouser. None of them needs to shout. None of them needs to prove what it cost. But there is one more problem. You can buy all the right clothes and still wear them the wrong way. That is where fit, color, and proportion become even more important after 45. Part 2. How to wear it well after 45. 1. Fit. Stop dressing for the body you had at 30. The first rule is simple: stop fighting your body. After 45, most men notice some change around the waist, the chest, or the shoulders. That is normal. The mistake is trying to hide those changes by wearing clothes that are tighter. Slim does not automatically mean flattering. In fact, a jacket that pulls across the stomach or a shirt stretched across the chest does the opposite. It draws attention to every area you were trying to disguise. What you want instead is controlled structure. The shoulder should have enough shape to create a strong line, but not so much padding that it looks like armor. The body of the jacket should skim your torso rather than cling to it. Your shirt or knit should fall cleanly without excess fabric, but it should never look painted onto the body. That small amount of breathing room changes everything. It makes the waist look calmer, it makes the chest look broad, and it gives you something tight clothing rarely gives a mature man: presence. You are not trying to look 20 years younger, you are trying to look like the best dressed version of the man you are now. That is a much stronger goal. 2. Color. Quiet luxury starts before the fabric. Now look at color. You can remove every logo from your outfit and still miss the quiet luxury look completely if the colors are fighting each other. Bright red against electric blue. Harsh black and white contrast. Too many saturated colors in one outfit. They attract attention, but attention is not the same as elegance. For men over 45, a softer palette usually works better. Think navy, charcoal, stone, dark olive, tobacco brown, soft gray. These colors do not demand attention. They create depth. The easiest method is to stay within the same family of tones. A navy knit with charcoal trousers, a brown suede jacket over a cream polo, an olive overshirt with stone chinos. Nothing is competing. Everything is supporting the man wearing it. And this is one of the reasons understated clothing often looks more expensive than it really is. The eye reads harmony before it reads price. Luxury brands understand this very well. Their best outfits are rarely built around 5 loud colors. They are built around small differences in texture and tone. You can use the same principle without paying their prices. 3. Accessories. Know when to stop. The final mistake is over-accessorizing. Some men remove the logos from their clothing, then immediately add the attention back with an oversized watch, a large metal belt buckle, heavy rings, or shoes covered in decorative details. It defeats the point. Accessories should finish the outfit, not become the outfit. A pair of suede loafers, a simple leather belt, a classic watch on leather, or a clean metal bracelet. That is usually enough. Think of accessories as punctuation. You need them to complete the sentence. You do not need an exclamation mark after every word. That restraint is what makes the entire look feel intentional. And if you are starting to see the pattern here, that good fabric, proper fit, and restraint do more for your appearance than a logo ever could, take a second and hit the like button below. It helps the channel continue making practical style guides for men who want to dress better without wasting money on things that do not matter. Now, there is one final point that brings everything together: the real rule of quiet luxury. Quiet luxury is often misunderstood as expensive minimalism. It is not. The real idea is much simpler. Buy fewer things. Choose better materials. Wear proportions that respect your body. Keep the colors controlled, and remove anything that looks like it is trying too hard. A $3,000 jacket can still look wrong if the fit is bad. A $300 jacket can look exceptional if the proportions, fabric, and styling are right. That is the difference between buying status and building style. Dress like you have nothing to prove. After 45, real style is not about making sure everyone in the room knows how much you spent. It is about looking comfortable in your own clothes. A jacket that gives your shoulders shape. A knit that feels good against the skin. Trousers that fall cleanly. Colors that work together. And accessories that know when to stay quiet. That is what people notice from 3 meters away. Not the label, not the receipt, you. So the next time you shop, do not ask, is this brand expensive enough? Ask a better question. Does this make me look more refined, or does it simply make me look like I spent more money? Those are not the same thing. If this video gave you a different way to think about dressing well, hit like and subscribe for more practical rules on style for men over 45. And share this with a friend or colleague who may be rebuilding his wardrobe. Then tell me in the comments, what mid-range brand do you trust most for understated style? I read the comments, and I would like to know what has actually worked for you. Because the best-dressed men are rarely the ones wearing the loudest clothes. They are the ones who no longer need their clothes to speak for them.